and welcome to the first night of Thursday Future Amiibo Superstars leg of the AWW card. You joined us yesterday for the Shattered portion, and today we'll be continuing forth 2 out of 3 with the Future Amiibo Superstars FAS roster. Thank you very much, and we will see you in the first match. Alrighty, and getting started with our first match, we have a triple threat tag team match. But not only that, this is a first contenders match for the Future Amiibo Stars Tag Team Championship belt. Eric, what do we got to look forward to here today?
Absolutely. Obviously, the tag champs being No Pickles, Sheamus, and Joseph Horny. It's not going to be easy. They are obviously very synchromatic. I'm going to keep that word. I don't know if it's real. Synchromatic as a tag team. And these other three, you could say the same. Obviously, the pair of twins, Honker and Schnoz of the Nasal Force, they know each other inside and out. No pause, no ditty. Young Bigo, Keisha K, they work together in the studio and in the ring. They work very well, usually together. So I'm excited to see some fast-paced action there. And obviously, the Wet Spaghetti Connection, Noodle, and Squirtastic, absolute monsters when it comes to hand-to-hand combat, so you cannot count them out either. I'm looking for fast-paced, high-octane, hard-hitting action to claim the #1 contenderships.
Definitely, Eric, and without further ado, let us get started with this first matchup. Alrighty, and getting started with this, I will say a all-star to keep your eye on in this match would be Noodle. His martial arts background gives him a massive leg up when it comes to facing this many combatants at once.
Absolutely, and the more opponents that there are to hit you, the faster that underdog boost that he's well known for comes into play. I mean, the more you hurt him, the more stocks you take away from him, the stronger he actually becomes. So it could be a detriment to his opponents.
Now, that is not to take away from our other competitors. We do have the olfactory Olympians, known as Nasal Force. Their ability to sniff out the competition is unmatched when it comes to tag teams in the AWW division.
Biggest goddamn nose in the business.
Definitely. They can smell what AWW is cooking up most times, and they have been sniffing out this match for about a week now. They're definitely looking forward to placing themselves on that first contender slot. But that is also not to be taken away from Young Bigo and Keisha K representing On Top Records. Now, they have been in the studio cranking out hits. You know, Just a Squiddle Bit just released on EP last week.
Yeah,
that one was a banger. I loved it.
I also ink about that squissy.
Yeah.
Thinking about that squissy is a very good track. A bit of a romantic turn for Bigo and
definitely,
Keisha.
like, you can see.
Who are doing very well, actually. Both of them still on 3 stocks here.
Yeah, definitely. Keisha K showing that. Ooh, she might have taken that first stock, but she
Oh
was.
my God! Young Bigo getting tossed around by Squirtastic and getting hit by, I think, either Honker or Schnoz. Bigo coming back, not going to let it slide.
Catching his teammate in his final attack, though, might have been a bit of a detriment to
I
the
don't
rest
think
of
it's
this match.
this is not a tag team. And he gets the double up! It's obviously not a tag team turmoil match, so Keisha is fine. And he gets 3 no, just 2.
Just 2 eliminations, but still nothing to shake a stick at, Eric.
And as you can see, Bigo and Keisha still on 2 stocks. Everyone else, 1 stock already damaged. This is looking very good for our On Top Records, and I think right now they're inking about that victory.
Definitely, Eric. And you know, these guys have gone to show that they are the masters of multitasking. So in a matchup where they're facing not only 1 but 2 separate tag team competitors, it's just like, you know...
Good Lord, Keisha now firing off with the ink cannon. This is absolutely diabolical. Honker and Schnoz have been eliminated.
Oh, nope. Honker's still able to hang in here with his last stock, but he is the only member left of Nasal Force. That does not spell anything good for him. He needs to smell his way out of this one, Eric.
I think that the 3 of them need to team up on... Oh, there he goes. Noodle is gone. That leaves Squirtastic and Honker. I think that they need... Okay, never mind, just Honker.
Alrighty, Honker is on his own dealing with On Top Records. There is, honestly, Eric, absolutely no way I see this turning out good for him. He has whiffed it big time.
I mean, he does get his final off. He might be able to take the 2 stocks here, but they still have... No, he doesn't.
Definitely not.
Look at that little red guy. He is very afraid. He's very confused. He doesn't know what's happening here, and he doesn't know what's going to happen to his friend Honker.
Yep, when it comes to using their finals, Schnoz is definitely the stronger of the... Oh my God! The absolute premeditation in that final attack as Young Bigo lines up and just waits for Honker to enter his crosshairs.
Absolutely incredible. Once again... don't forget to listen to the new singles by Young Bigo and Keisha K, inking about that squishy, and what was the other one?
Just a Squiddle Bit.
Just a Squiddle Bit.
Alrighty.
Absolutely incredible.
On to our next matchup.
Oh my!
Holy fucking
shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, we were going to go on to the next match, but we have to let you see the work that they were putting in this matchup.
Oh my God, On Top Records definitely was
On
top. Holy Jesus.
Every elimination on their opponents.
Oh my God, look at Young Bigo's damage. 685% damage given. Jesus, I am definitely...
Not only did they win in emphatic fashion, they made sure neither Noodle, Squirtastic, Honker, or Schnoz got a single elimination on one another. This is one of the most incredible performances, and if I were the tag team champions, I would be very concerned right now.
And going into our next match, we have a singles match scheduled for one fall. Blanenborf versus Anti-Vax, Eric. This is a very strange matchup, I'll go as far to say.
I would agree.
You know, we have a powerhouse versus a technician. Two that are at the top of their crafts. And it's just really a David versus Goliath match at this point. You have to wonder if it's going to be David with his sling or Goliath with his fist. But without further ado,
let's get right into it. Anyway, here we go, right into the... obviously, Blandon would want to be the aggressor. And
oh my God!
Jesus, with a massive swing of his Claymore, he secures a 61% advantage on Anti-Vax, who's only managed to squeak out an 11% hit on Blandenborg.
God!
Oh my God! The tactician has been shown that he definitely cannot take a moment to think in this match, as Blandenborg puts the pressure on and is not stopping.
And he just keeps swinging it. He paused. Oh, look at the tactician!
Ooh, and there it is,
Dropped the
folks.
fucking crafting table on top of his head to add to insult to injury there.
And here we go. We're seeing it. The brains before bronze that is Anti-Vax approach to combat as he is starting to find his flow. He's starting to see the angles. He's starting to see the choices he needs to make as he's strategically placing his explosives and manages to get Blandon to fall right into his crosshairs. He seems to slip backwards. Maybe he was surprised by his own abilities to trick the Amiibo Tribal Chief like he has.
Yeah, absolute hesitation is going to cost the Tribal Chief there. And now Anti-Vax seems to be focused on the smash ball, but Blandon, he gets it away from him. We might be seeing the big spear. Ooh!
Ooh, and there we go, down to his final stock. The Amiibo's tactician master needs to find his flow again, secure that evened out stock line as he and Blandon are at a severe detriment to each other's health right now.
Yeah, I didn't think it could get any worse health-wise for Anti-Vax, considering his medical history.
Uh-oh. Oh, my goodness. And for a second time in this match, we've seen...
Fuck? Why did Blandenborg just deliberately... Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
You're not telling me he's doing it on purpose. He purposely nerfed himself to get more out of this fight. He said, I could end it here. I could if I wanted to, but why would I when I can do that? Take a stock off myself and deliberately dodge your final. He's rubbing it in. This is absolutely fucking heinous. This has not been seen since what befell Zendazia against fucking Tater Tot.
Definitely going to show that he is putting himself out on the line to show that it doesn't matter how smart you are. It doesn't matter how many tricks you have up your sleeve. I am a powerhouse that will push through every brick wall that is placed in front of me to secure that dub, Eric.
I hope it costs the bastard, because this is a little too cocky for even my liking. Just secure the win as efficiently as possible. That's my MO. That's what I believe in. And now look, it's costing Blandon. Anti-Vax able to catch back up, got Blandon up to 100%. He could finish it right now with the diamond sword in hand.
Uh-oh, Diamond Sword has entered play. We have seen Anti-Vax many a fighter away.
Lord!
Oh my God, the absolute swivel technique and the bomb on the platform. Uh-oh, it's looking like we might be seeing it. This is what you get, Blandon, for trying harder than you know. Stepping out of your comfort zone is going to cost you. With a tactical genius like Anti-Vax, you may not support his lifestyle choices, but at the end of the day, the man knows combat. We are sorry, but you are going to need to see your way out.
Whoa. We just lost lights in the building.
Uh-oh.
What's going on?
Wait a second.
Go!
Oh my God!
Anti-Vax! Look behind! God!
Oh my goodness! Wait a second! It is! That is the Amiibo Vigilante Justice himself! Rigid Cobra!
The Vigilante obviously has his sights set on anti-vax.
Definitely going to be something that we are going to see formulate itself in the ring later on, Eric. I do not see any way that this goes unfazed in anti-vax eyes. This is going to be a match for sure.
I am very excited to see this match if it comes to fruition. Holy cow, what a way to send a message. Obviously, the Vigilante doesn't take kindly to evildoers. What's eviler than not vaccinating?
Alrighty, and going into our next match, we have a singles match scheduled for one fall. Dick and Nuts coming in to represent his bloodline after the unfortunate loss of Cock and Ball 2. We put our prayers and thoughts out to you. Going up against the Rocket Man himself. You know, I'm a little bit smooth like that. Going up against the Rocket Man himself, Elton Juan, who has been, as I will go as far to say, showing out since his debut earlier on in the month. Alrighty, and getting into this, we are seeing two very, very range-based fighters. And, you know, the Rockets versus the Exploding Can, you have to wonder who's going to come out more in this match.
Whoa, using a slingshot to fling the can away. I mean, at the beginning of this matchup, I put my money on, I was going to say Elton Juan, but then he started getting his ass kicked a little bit.
You know, but there he is pulling out the boxing gloves, getting the old 1-2 to Dick and Nuts. And there we go with those two expertly placed rockets. That's what he's known for. He is the Rocket Man.
Yeah, I don't know if you knew this about Elton Juan. I just figured this out recently. He actually did a little bit of training in Mac Dijon's gym down in Louisiana.
That is news to me. You know, you might not be able to tell from his stature and from the way he carries himself, but Elton Juan is a very well-built, strong individual. I mean, look at as he's handling these giant fire hydrant rockets, pulling out massive steel anvils, dropping them on his opponents. He's just, the guy has a strength to him that you just can't see looking at his physique.
Got a bowling ball in his pocket at all times.
Definitely. And he's also able, I don't know if you noticed this earlier, but when Dick and Nuts tried to throw his signature exploding can at Elton Juan, he actually grabbed it out of the air and just stuck it in his pocket.
Very impressive. He's very quick on his feet. He's very reactionary. And speaking of his strength right here, the man is able to build a house and then tear
demolish
it down within 5 seconds.
Definitely within 5 seconds. Looking at the timer, not even that amount of allotted time had passed, and he was able to not only construct a fully furbished 2-story house with an attic and finished basement, but he's able to tear the thing down in less time than it would take me to mix my creamer into my coffee, Eric. It is absolutely awe-inspiring.
I wasn't too sure about the Rocket Man when I first laid eyes on him. Well, that was stupid. When I first laid eyes on him, but he's slowly winning me over match after match. He may not have a lot of victories under his belt, but every performance is impressive.
And you know what the guy lacks in charisma and his ability to hold an audience, he makes up for in his sheer will to go the distance. I mean, not everybody could rely on the same move over and over again and still see the results that he does, but at the end of the day, my God, he's the Rocket Man for a reason.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I agree 100% on the no charisma part. Look how dead his eyes are.
Definitely.
Look how dead he is right now. Lost another stock down to his last. Dick and Nuts 2. On down to his last stock is Dick and Nuts. Elton Juan closer to his finish meter here.
Oh, and there he is again, pulling the exploding barrel out of the air and sticking right into his pocket. You have to wonder if that's going to make its way into play here in a minute. As I hear, he does have the ability to use.
Yeah, there it goes. He missed, but he did throw it. Now he's got his finish. He's ready to build another house right on top of Dick and Nuts.
And this is where it all comes down to, Eric. There's no chances to be taken. This is the final stock. Whatever happens, happens. And whoever comes out on top, comes out on top. Ooh, Dick and Nuts thrown pretty far. Looking like he's still able to get the recovery, though. Elton Juan was just not quite far enough to get that bowling ball to drop where he wanted it to.
Dick and Nuts not weak enough. Smash Ball is in play, though. Whoever secures this might as well be the win of the match.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Two of them on the edge, fighting. Here we go. Elton Juan looking like he's going for it. Uh-oh. That might have been a bit of a cocky move on his part, thinking that he didn't need the...
And it cost him the
There
match.
we go. That's it, folks. There's no way he's getting out of this one as the firing squad takes out Elton Juan, the Rocket Man. We will be seeing you next time as Dick and Nuts comes out on top.
An impressive victory. Absolutely incredible.
That was a very good match, I'll say. Like I said, I wasn't too sure about these two competitors, but every time I see them in the ring, they impress me. All right, the main event for the inaugural episode of Future Amiibo Superstars. We have a singles match set for one fall, contending for the 3DS Championship, currently held by the One Lisp Wonder, Baby No Gap, and his challenger, the tactical enigma, T.L. Rollins, who won this opportunity at the midweek medley.
And you have to wonder if, coming into this match, if TL has got a bit of a bone to pick with Baby No Gap, who is a newer debuting member of the AWW roster, while on the other side of that coin, TL has been around longer than most people have been alive when it comes to this sport we have here today, Eric.
Yeah. Here's what I gotta say. If TL has a bone to pick with anyone, it should be for himself. Listen, like I said earlier, I love efficiency. I love finishing the match as soon as you possibly can. TL is one of the exceptions to that. He's not as strong as some of my favorite competitors. What he makes up for it with is his intelligence. He is very smart with his projectile-based attack. He whittles away at his opponent. It takes him a little bit longer to get a stock off, but once he does, it is impactful. But with that being said, he has never been the guy. He seems to always choke right when it matters the most. Never winning championships in the training division, and never, ever winning the big matches that he needed to. And I think his brothers resent him a little bit for that, because obviously his brothers take themselves very seriously. I feel like TL feels like he's the odd man out, and I think there's a saying that we use for him around. He's always the bridesmaid, never really the bride. And I don't know how I feel about his chances here tonight.
Well, Eric, those are some pretty strong words coming from you. And, at the end of the day, Mac Foley gave this man the chance that he gave him, and he earned his way to this contenders match. So he has a lot to prove, but he has shown out that he has the ability to get it. He just needs to push forward that extra mile.
Absolutely. Let's see how he does.
Alrighty, a lot riding on this match from TL's perspective here tonight, as it starts off throwing out that boomerang and getting the rebound shot on Baby No Gap, going to show, once again, 2 times in a row, going to show he is definitely not taking this lightly. He's thinking constantly. He
went for the third
everything
there. Baby No Gap able obviously to see that you can't overuse it that early on. He's going to get used to it.
Uh-oh, and here we go. Baby No Gap definitely throwing caution to the wind, using his vehicle itself as an attack against TL, but it's still just not quite enough yet. TL's holding his own pretty well here in the first stock of this battle.
Yeah, absolutely taking the lead here. 38%, 59% down to TL, 71 to Baby No Gap, and now they're even up.
There we go. Baby No Gap showing
and that's
off.
Once again the power disparity here. Obviously, TL, like I said, isn't as strong as Baby No Gap. It takes him a little bit more to get his opponent to where he needs to get an elimination. Baby No Gap doesn't have that problem. As you saw, TL got plenty of offense off at the beginning of this stock. Baby No Gap got 4 or 5 hits maybe, and he's already back on top.
Definitely a power disparity being shown here today, but TL, like I said, has that experience. He has that knowledge. He's played around and fought in damn near every arena that we have here, Eric. So at the end of the day, nothing that's going to happen in this match is going to be surprising as much as it's going to be disappointing to him and himself.
I agree 100%. He's able to stay on at 127, slowly again whittling down on Baby No Gap's defenses here.
Ooh, but
and
there we go.
Takes the stock. There it is.
We see the first stock gone, as we see a stutter in TL's confidence. As you can see, he's starting to put a little bit more caution in his sails.
Now Baby No Gap seems to have that confidence in him after taking that stock. He's cooking a little bit. Here comes the final. TL just short of hitting his opponent there to prevent it. TL able to avoid the most of that damage there. He needs to get this stock before his final comes up. I have the bad feeling that he's going to waste it trying to secure the stock.
He definitely needs to eke his way out into an even match, because it's looking like this disparity between their health bars is simply growing more and more, Eric, as TL is just punching up as hard as he can. We might be seeing him waste the ultimate ability right now.
It was either that or let it run out. TL just couldn't find the opportunity to secure the stock.
This is an unfortunate showing here in the first halves, as TL has been taken down to his final stock. Baby No Gap still at a full 2 stocks ready to rip. He is not even winded as we enter the last half of this match.
Absolutely dominating right now in the final stock. And he still has 2 to go, so even if TL gets this one out, 76%, I don't like his chances here. He needs a stack on damage before attempting this final.
Ooh, but just not able to quite hear our advice from all the way up here at the commentator's booth. It was just not enough to put away Baby No Gap to get him down to that final stock. It's looking like this battle might have already been bookended, Eric.
And that's very unfortunate because Teal has one of the strongest finals. If he had just stacked on at least 20% damage, I guarantee he would have got that stock.
But, this isn't to go to say that there might not be a chance for upset. TL is not slowing down. He's not faltering. He's still fighting just as hard as he did at the beginning of this match.
He can fight all he wants, but at 119 with the final in play, I don't like the chances for TL here.
Ooh, and there it is, folks, as Baby No Gap becomes the first official champ to defend his championship here at AWW, securing the FAS championship.
3DS championship.
Oh, the 3DS championship, my bad. The 3DS championship, keeping it on until the next time he has to defend it. Thank you very much for joining us for this episode. We will be seeing you tomorrow for the inaugural episode of the golden portion of the AWW card.